In this video we will discuss how to generate a random number from the Linux command line. There are several methods which provide different results. We will explore how to generate a random number within a range and also a specific length. In addition, we will touch on seeding and finish with a fun example of how to use random numbers in shell scripts. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to be notified of new videos. In the past we have discussed built-in shell variables like seconds. Bash also provides a shell variable named random for the express purpose of generating a random integer. The Bash manual says each time this parameter is referenced, a random integer between 0 and 32,767 is generated. Assigning a value to this variable seeds the random number generator. You can seed the generator by assigning a value. This value can be the time in epoch, the PID of the current shell, or anything you like. Here we are using command substitution to seed the random generator with the date in epoch. In this example we are seeding the generator with the process ID of our bash shell. By default the random shell variable will generate a random integer between 0 and 32,767. It would not be uncommon to need to use a smaller range. If you want a user-defined range, you can use the modulo operator. Let's look at some examples. Here we are going to generate a random number between 0 and 10. Here is another example generating a random number between 0 and 128. Another way to generate a random number is by using the shuf command. The shuf command is available through the new core utilities package. This should be installed by default on most modern systems. The shuf command accepts the -i option to set the low and high of a range. For example, if you wanted a number between 0 and 999 you can use -i like so. The N1 tells shuf to only return one number. Without this option, shuf would write a random permutation for each number in the range, in this case 1000 lines. We used dev urandom in our past article, 5 methods to generate a random password from the command line. Here we will use the same method, but selecting only digits. You can use dev urandom with many different commands. Most of these commands are limited because there is no easy way to specify ranges. But, a different benefit is you can specify length or number of digits. Here we are using the tr command to pull only digits from the dev urandom stream. We can pipe this to the head command and use the -c option to specify the length, or amount of digits. We are using 6 digits in this example. Here is an example using 3 digits. We can use the od command to pull randomization from dev urandom. This works, but is limited. We cannot really specify a range or length, but we can specify the number of bytes. A single byte can be represented by a decimal number between 0 to 255. So we are limited to using byte decimal sizes as ranges. Here is a fun exercise for those trying to learn scripting. It touches on a bunch of concepts like variables, while loops, if statements, arrays and uses a random number. We are going to use all these concepts to build a Guess My Number game. Here is the code that makes the game work. If you want to experiment with the code, you can find a link to it in the description. Now let's play a round of Guess My Number. OK, higher than 15. And higher than 35. Oh, lower than 45. Ah, between 40 and 45. Not 42, and Bob's your uncle. We got it in 6 tries. Well, that was fun. In this video we discussed several ways to generate a random number to be used in your scripts. Just as a note, these should never be used for security-related processes like generating an encryption key. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget the bell.